Hey there, so I am going to do just a really quick tutorial of how I teach division with my kids. And if we were to start with a problem like this where I have 157 and I want to know how many groups of 3 I can get out of that, we would set it up like this. 157 is called your dividend and 3 is called your divisor. And so what I always tell my kids is to take this divisor and on a separate sheet of paper, do the multiples of that number just straight down because it's easy reference point. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. I normally tell them to cut off at 5, but I always tell them to, you could always run into a situation where you need to go just a few more. But I don't think more than 5 or 6 is necessary with these types of problems. So when we get into the first problem, I always tell them to look at that first digit. Now, if I have 1, I can't get a group of 3 out of it. So we're going to stretch it to the 2 digits, the first 2 digits, and just the first 2 digits. So that's 15. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to see how many groups of 3 can I get out of 15 without going over. So I could get 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, 5 groups. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put 5 right above 15. And because there's another space value here, I'm going to fill it with a 0. And so this is how we divide with multiples of 10 because 50 is actually a multiple of 10. So now I know that 5 times 3 is 15, and then we're going to tag on that 0, and we're going to subtract. And so now I've already taken out 150 of my original 157. And when I subtract 7 minus 0, I'm going to get 7, and then 5 minus 5 is 0, 1 minus 1 is 0. So now I'm going to look again, and I'm going to see how many groups of 3 can I get out of this new number. Again, that's what this helps me with because I can just quickly refer to it. So I see here that 7 is not on my list, but remember I said how many groups of 3 can I get out of 7 without going over? And that would be this here. So I could get 2 groups of 3, and that would be 6. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this 2, because the 7 is in this place value now. I'm going to put the 2 here, and I'm going to multiply that. And I already know that it's 6 because of the multiple chart here. So 2 times 3 is 6. I'm going to subtract. 7 minus 6 is 1. So now what you have up here is you have what they call partial quotients. And so I'm going to add these 2 together, and that's going to give me 52. And because I can't get another group of 3 out of this, then I have 1 left over, and that's considered my remainder 1. So down here, my original problem was 157 divided by 3, and I now know using the multiples of 10 strategy that I could get 52 whole groups with 1 left over. So I'm going to write that 152 with remainder of 1.